We will put forward a set of 5 different immediate measures. The first one is smart saving of electricity. Whatever we do, one thing is for sure, we have to save electricity, but we have to save it in a smart way. If you look at the costs of electricity, there are peak demands. And this is what is expensive, because in these peak demands, the expensive gas comes into the market. So what we have to do is flatten the curve and avoid the peak demands. We will propose a mandatory target for reducing electricity use at peak hours, and we will work very closely with the member states to achieve this. The second measure, we will propose a cap on the revenues of companies that are producing electricity with low costs. The low-carbon energy sources are making, in these times, because they have low costs, but they are high prices on the market, enormous revenues. These revenues do not reflect their production costs. So it is now time for the consumers to benefit from the low costs of low-carbon sources. We will propose to rechannel these unexpected profits. We channel them to the member states so that the member states can support the vulnerable households and vulnerable companies. The third measure is that the same goes, of course, for the unexpected profits of fossil fuel companies. The fourth point is addressing the energy utility companies that must be supported to be able to cope with the volatility of the markets. And here it is a problem of securing future markets, and for that liquidity is needed. The fifth and the last point, we aim at lowering the costs of gas. And therefore we will propose a price cap on Russian gas. Of course, the objective is here very clear. We all know that our sanctions are deeply grinding into the Russian economy with a heavy negative impact. But Putin is partially buffering through fossil fuel revenues. So here the objective is we must cut Russia's revenues, which Putin uses to finance his atrocious war in Ukraine. And now our work of the last month really pays off. Because at the beginning of the war, if you looked at the imported gas, 40% of it was Russian gas since a long time. Today we're down to 9% only. So these are the 5 measures we will discuss with the member states at the informal council, Energy Minister Council on Friday. These are tough times, and they are not over soon. But I'm deeply convinced that if we show the solidarity, the unity, and we have the determination for that, we have the economic strength, we have the political will, that we shall overcome.